look in the mirror, man, you so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this particular episode, I want to address the importance of marriage in the Black community because, you know, our marriage rates are horrible in our community. So let me go ahead and get started. I think it's important. So let me go ahead and get into it before I start talking about it a whole lot. I want you to hear what these people are going to say. Boom, there she go. All right, let's get it.
And people love saying that marriage is not important until you're in a real life situation where you don't even have the right to make a decision. Let me give you an example. My parents have been married for 30 plus years. They get married in the 90s. They end up getting pregnant with my sister. My mom ends up having preeclampsia. If you don't know what preeclampsia is, that is high blood pressure during pregnancy. It is very dangerous. You and the baby, or you and the baby, can, okay? My mom ends up blacking out close to birth. Not even. Before birth, she was early. My sister was a preemie. But anyway, my mom ends up blacking out, unconscious, doesn't know of her existence, turns charcoal black. The doctor says, "Sir, we can only save one. Please sign here." My dad says, "Try to save both, but here you go. Quickly." And do you know why my dad had the right to do that? Because that was her husband. Correct. Instead of in-laws, aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews, and neighbors coming in to make a decision for my mom and something that she probably didn't want anyways. But marriage is not important. Marriage is not important until you're in a real life situation where you cannot make decisions.
Now, marriage is extremely important. It's very important because you got women who run around. Women say this more than men. I don't really ever remember men saying this, but I know women do. Women say silly things like marriage is just a piece of paper. It's not just a piece of paper. It's a legally binding document, and it has a lot of weight. It has a lot of power, okay? There are certain things that you can do when you have it, and there's some things you can't do that you wish you could do if you had it, okay? I don't know why women are saying things like marriage is a piece of paper. When you go down to the food stamp office, you have to sign all types of paperwork in order for you to get EBT and SNAP benefits. That paper has a lot of power. When the courts decide to put a warrant on your ass, that paper has so much power that the police will pick your ass up and lock you up. Stop trying to belittle marriage. And that's one of the biggest issues that we have in the Black community is that women do not want to be committed enough to sacrifice the union between her and a man. Marriage is sacred. But the thing is, it's not that gentlemen don't want to be married. It's not that the men don't want to be married. The men just don't want to be married to women who's going to fuck them over. That's going to take half their stuff. That's going to mistreat them. That's going to do them wrong. Nowadays, women look at marriage as bondage or as a way to come up financially. They have corrupted the institution of marriage. So that's why I want to address this. Marriage is still important. You need to have marriage in the Black community so that the kids can be raised in a two-parent household. But it starts with marriage. You got the carrot before the horse. How you say the carriage before the horse? You having children before marriage. And some of you never get married and just keep having children after child, after child, after child, after child. Sorry for stumbling. Let's get to the next one. I just want to enforce how important marriage actually is in our communities, even though we don't want to admit it. We need to get back to that. All right, now listen to this right here.
In 2024, I'm going to need the Black community to stop trying to downplay marriage. Marriage is not just a piece of paper, and you guys should be looking for a lifelong partner. But what I'm saying is that there is so much favor in being married. If you look around at other backgrounds and other cultural existences and you see these other ethnicities they are getting married. These are mandatory things that happen because even God knows that a covenant between him and your partner and you is so much a favor. I don't know about y'all, but I would feel so much more just okay knowing that I'm married and I can give this man kids. I have his last name. We have assets. We don't have liabilities, but we have assets. And I want y'all to have that same mindset because that's the reason why God gave us marriage. You cannot do this life thing alone. Like, God is going to give you people to do it with. This year, please. And stop trying to downplay the people who are married. Really know your worth. Once you understand your worth, then you will start to desire things that seem strange. But marriage is not strange. It's only strange to the people who haven't seen it. This is the year of more blood.
Did you catch what she just said? Marriage is only strange to the ones who have not seen it. I agree. Because the majority of black children in the black community are raised by single mothers, which means they have not had the opportunity to see mother function as a wife. They have only had the opportunity to watch mother function as a baby mama or a side chick or the forever girlfriend. She was a girlfriend of some other pookie. That didn't work out. Got another pookie. That didn't work out. Went to Ray Ray and Nook Nook. That didn't work out. She only seen mama struggle. That's why a lot of these daughters think they don't need nobody and that they can do it all themselves because they're used to seeing their mother, their role model, doing everything themselves. That makes sense to you? So marriage is only strange and weird and taboo to people who have not experienced it. Yes, the child can experience the marriage because they get to see the union. They get to see the benefits of the union of two people coming together to sacrifice their relationship through marriage. So yes, they benefit from it. They experience, they see it, they behold it. So they see value in it. But most times, children who are raised in a single parent household do not see any value in it because they wasn't exposed to it. And that's on you, woman, for having a child outside of wedlock. That's on you, sir, for knocking up women, making this community even worse because you are fathering bastard children here and there and there, up and down the street, not giving them guidance. So one day they become thugs and breaking someone's home, and unfortunately they have their lives taken because the owner of their home has to protect his family.
Black marriages, more black love, more black legacies. I'm gonna need for y'all to get it together. Ask God who he sees you as, and that'll change your whole perspective on the issue. At the end of the day, I said what I said. Okay? As always, I love y'all, and so does Jesus.
Okay, now what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna show you a lot of the benefits of marriage, and this is gonna come from a woman who actually sounds like she's using it to her advantage. But let me put it on the screen though, because the thing she said is true, but if you listen to it closely, it seems like, yeah, it's the way out. It's a come up. Well, some of it came out like that to me. But let me go ahead and put it on the screen, man. Let's get it.
Marriage is just a piece of paper, and so was the contract he signed when he bought that Jeep, except for when you sign on the dotted line to get married, you're entitled to Social Security benefits, death benefits, insurance coverage, bereavement leave, being able to file wrongful death suits, visiting if your partner go to jail, and then division of marital assets if y'all divorce.
Everything she said was factual. Marriage is not just a damned piece of paper, especially when she touched on bereavement leave. If you have a loved one, if your husband died, lady, you can't even take off from work to grieve the death of your loved one. Some of you women are dooming yourselves by becoming the forever girlfriend, the eternal baby mama, never the wife. You never get married. You just have child after child after child, and you just stay there comfortable. That hurts the black community. All those things she mentioned is possible. It's powerful. If someone dies, man or woman, in a relationship, or they in a hospital, and they have to look for someone to pull the plug, they can't even go to your ass. They got to look for whoever is related to them. And sometimes those people who are related to them don't like them or like her, and they don't care what happened to them. You can't even find them. So they just sit there and sit there. Meanwhile, you might be paying more and more money for them to keep the person alive, or they may just pull the plug because there ain't no money coming in from you. It happens all the damn time. So marriage is more than just a piece of paper. Some feminists came up with that bullshit because I have never heard a man say that. Maybe a man does say that. If he does say that, then he has no clue about what he's talking about. Marriage is important in the black community. It teaches the children the functionality of relationships. It teaches the daughter what to look for in a man to call her husband, and it teaches the boy what to look for in a woman to call his wife. It shows so much. It tells so much to a child. It teaches the child how to love children because they're receiving the love from two healthy, functioning parents who are married. So stop downplaying marriage. There's some sucker out there right now about to take his sweetie pie out for Valentine's Day. The whole time, that same mustard back heifer is saying all kind of stuff like,
marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. I don't want to get married because I'm a mustard back heifer. I just want to have kids on the left, kids on the right, baby, because I'm a mustard back heifer. Marriage ain't shit.
yeah, that's what's going on right now. Let's keep going.
And the thing is, when he bought that Jeep and signed that piece of paper, it cost him $40,000. To sign a piece of paper to legally tie himself to you, it's going to cost him $40. And he still won't do it. And some of y'all are like, well, not all of us strive to marriage. I'm not talking to y'all. Some of y'all are like, oh yeah, well, I didn't get married because I don't want to lose my benefits. Also not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that came on here and said that their partner bought a house, a car, multiple vehicles, started businesses before marrying them. That is a red flag, girl.
That is not a red flag. A man has to be productive before he gets married. The fuck you talking about? But see, you see the other ladies in this video, they have a different point of view. They're coming from humility. This woman comes from entitlement. The one to talk right here, she's approaching marriage or the lack of being married with entitlement. Yes, a man could do all those things. It has shit to do with you. Just because he do certain things before he asks you for your hand in marriage does not mean he doesn't love you, does not mean he doesn't want marriage. A man got to be a man. A man got to be out there and be productive. Ain't no, see, only young boys that are trapped in a man's body wants to marry a woman when he's unable to take care of himself. This is why you see so many relationships, most times with bigger women. You can get mad all you want, but most times it's with bigger women. You got some nice shaped women, but most times it's big old overshaped, big ass women who take in Pookie Ray Ray. He can't do nothing for himself. She got to pay for his clothes, take him here, run him there. That's a young boy. That's not a man. So apparently I think this woman mad because she done met so many men who are putting other things first and she can't get them to make her a wife. I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason why a man won't marry you and he been with you for some time is because he don't see no value in you. He don't see enough value in you to say, hey, I want to go ahead and make this a committed thing. And you know why? It's because you're lacking as a woman in some area. Because if you got a woman that's doing everything right and she ain't got to be the prettiest thing, just a nice thing that he likes to look at himself, he got to be attracted to her. She ain't got to be no damn supermodel, but pretty enough to him. Her behavior will make her look like a supermodel to him because it's going to be rare to find the type of qualities that exist in that woman. You understand what I'm saying? He'll marry your ass, and it don't take long for a man to decide to marry you. And I would tell all men to wait till you in your mid-30s before you even decide marrying. Because when you in your 20s, you just an older teenager. Trust me, like I always say, I know more about being younger than you do about being older. I'm about 50 years old, boy. So what I'm telling you, it's good to wait till in your 30s at least you have your foot in the door and have some type of financial stride a little bit, because men most likely get their financial stride in their 40s. But if you're in your 30s, you got something going on. You should have a car, a house, or not even a house, a residence. I mean, something, the basic things that you would expect from a man in his 30s. You get me? You'll be more solid and more stiff. But, you know, do what you want to do. But let's keep on going to what we're saying here.
friend, marriage covers your ass, okay? Marriage gives you legal ties to all the assets that he's getting. Because what happens if y'all break up? You are not entitled to any of those assets, my.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. It seems like she comes from a different point of view of entitlement. Now, everything that lady said is true about what marriage does, about the power of the marriage paper. See, when women like her talk about it, it make men kind of want to get away from it because you can see a red flag all in her in that damn car. You really can. You say, oh, that's a red flag right there. Especially the part when she said, when y'all break up, I'm about to say bitch, but I ain't gonna, well, I just said it, bitch, you should not, and I still believe this, no woman should have the right to take half of a man's shit, the stuff that he earned before he got with you. Now, I will say that if y'all have accumulated things together, then I can kind of see the splitting of assets because y'all worked on it together. But that's not what they want. They don't want just half of what you and her got together. They want half of everything you had before you even came to her life. You understand what I'm saying here? So I'm against that. You should not have that. You should not ever have that. If there's children involved, then y'all got to work that out. You know, he got to be a man, take care of children. But as far as him sponsoring a lifestyle for you, that's a bunch of BS, man. That's BS. Let's keep going, though. Let's get this almost out of here, y'all.
Break up. You are not entitled to any of those assets, my dear friend. Y'all are trying to be lifelong companions, very special friend. Y'all will not be able to make any medical decisions. What happens if he dies? What happens if he's in a coma and there's medical decisions to be made? You have to hope that his family is going to let you make those decisions. And most of the time they won't, baby. Marriage covers your ass.
Now, there's a lot of truth in what she said. It's just the delivery. I ain't gonna even say the delivery. I still say the intention was kind of thrown off a little bit. Yeah, you know, I don't make videos on Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be back Monday with a whole lot of content for you. Hope y'all enjoyed this right here. I might be covering this situation about black marriages, man, because we need to get on that. We need to really talk more about that. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that. Cause I know we always talk about, you know, how women are, how men are, or whatever you want to say like that. But we need to get back to that old school shit where, you know, back in the 50s and 60s, what we believed in marriage, what we believe in two-parent household. We need to bring back the relevance of it because all that bullshit about it being a piece of paper, if it was just a piece of paper, then how come they can take your ass to court when you're in breach of it? It's a legal binding contract. Like I always tell you, your life is a business and you are the CEO of your business. And when you get a woman in your life, that's like saying she's the executive officer or she's the best ambassador of your business. So it's a contract when you sign it. It ain't lovey-dovey stuff. That's a legal binding contract. That's what that is. So when you're in breach of the contract or try to get out the contract, they take your ass to court like they do with any other type of contract. They sue you. Basically, when a woman try to take half your shit, it's a form of suing you for half your shit. You ever thought about that? Because that's what people do when they sue companies. I'm going to sue your ass for what you did. And they try to take half this shit, $10 million, $20 million. So when a woman take your ass to court, she say, I'm trying to take half your shit. She's suing you. It's a business. It's a business. So you have to know how to make the right corporate decision for your life, man. And just like with businesses, you don't know if they're going to last forever. You just hope they do. It is what it is, but marriage is important. So let me go and get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed this. This will be the first and last video today. Cause I told y'all I'll be doing the video. But I'll be back again Monday, Lord willing, with some more content for you. Y'all take it easy. Whoops, about to put the music on. Y'all take it easy now, you hear?